Hello. Let's do a quick preview then of Act 3, Scenes 1, 2, and 3. So obviously, Act 1 was about how can Cassius get Brutus to turn against Caesar. We also saw the conflict that Caesar was becoming really, really powerful, even because the plebeians were partying in the street long before they should have been. Same thing was true with in Act 1, Scene 2. We learned that they'd offered a crown to Caesar 3 times, and he turned it down 3 times, but also had a seizure. Act two, then Brutus obviously has joined the conspiracy, and this is part of the rising action of a Shakespearean play. And in Act two, Scene two, Caesar is convinced that he should go to the capital by Decius Brutus using some rhetorical strategies. And on top of that, then we see Scene three, where Artemidorus could have saved Caesar. He's going to try to save Caesar in Act 3 by giving him a note that reveals the conspiracy. And Act 2, Scene 4 was meant to be comedic to show Portia acting kind of crazy. That brings us then to Act 3, Scene 1, which is the climax of the play. We all know it's coming. We all know that they're going to go and stab Caesar. The question is how is it going to take place? And that's essentially what takes place in Act 3, Scene 1, is it starts off with the soothsayer hanging out with Caesar and telling him that the Ides of March are here. And actually, Caesar taunts the soothsayer and says that. And the soothsayer goes, yeah, but they're not gone yet. So Artemidorus right here, we know is going to try to save the day. We'll see how that works out. But basically, about well, when you get to this part where Caesar's talking, he has an opportunity to simply say no, but he doesn't just say no. He says an awful lot there. So you need to take a look at how Caesar shuts down the conspirators' question. And thus it was that here it is, the most famous assassination in dramatic history, the assassination of Julius Caesar. Casca stabs first, and then Brutus last stabs Caesar, and of course, Caesar's famous last words in Latin, "Et tu, Brute, then falls Caesar," which means "and you also." So then pay attention to what they said. I have an entire lesson about the logical fallacies that the conspirators are going to use to justify why they murdered Caesar. And then I also am going to post about Mark Antony, who comes in here at the end, and they agree to let Mark Antony speak at the funeral. Which then brings us to Act 3, Scene 2. It's actually at the funeral of Caesar, and Brutus is going to get to give his speech first. Antony's going to get to give his speech second. Antony's is way better and has a way more, I would say, vivacious and emotional effect on the crowd. Part of my lesson about the rhetorical strategies from Act 3, Scene 1 also involves the rhetorical strategies from Act 3, Scene 2. And then by Act 3, Scene 3, what you'll notice is in Act 3, Scene 3, the mob is, you'll get a chance to read it. So that's the preview of Act 3 and those scenes. I'm going to post the lessons here shortly, probably by Thursday, about the rhetorical strategies. I'm going to have a graphic organizer for you to follow and fill out, just like we did with Act 1, Scene 2 and Act 2, Scene 2. So we're going to go back to those rhetorical forms. So there it is.